where we're just going to motivate each other to transform whatever areas you want to transform. But no one ever tells you what to do or how to do it. That's what this template is for. Okay. Cardio done. If you're anything like me, you've seen the transformation things, you've probably even done it several times over. And part of you is going, yeah, okay, but that doesn't change my career, that doesn't change my love life, that doesn't change my friendships, that doesn't change where I live, that doesn't change how I feel about myself. You've possibly been there and done that and got the t-shirt, right? Yep. Now you may have clicked on this video because you saw the before and after, and yes, I have been down that road many times in my life. I'm going back down the road in terms of transforming my body, but the last time, in a nutshell, I competed in 2020. The competitions kept dragging out and out and out. I ended up cutting up for 13 months of starvation, passed out at work because I was so starving, and after all that, the judges didn't even look at me. Yeah, how unfulfilling is that? And that's how I felt. After that, I was so traumatized that I couldn't exercise, I couldn't gym, I couldn't do anything. And so I literally just worked, ate what I wanted, and I couldn't even exercise. My body wouldn't let me, and thus the body that I have today. Now, I have worked my guts out for the last 5 to 6 years to get my body to believe that I will exercise to a point, but not overdo it. And it is now believing me, and now I can actually exercise where I couldn't for the longest time. So this is part of the body transformation that I'm talking about. So here's some footage of the exercise of before photos, and here's where I've been, and this is what I'm currently doing to bring it all back in line, because this is all about holistic transformation here. It's not just your body. It is about the other areas of your life that you really want to change. And you might be watching this and going, yeah, there are other areas that I want to change. I want to start my own business. I want to earn my own income. I want to put myself first. I want to restore relationships. I want to be the person that I see in my head, but I don't feel that I see in the mirror. Whatever it is that you want to transform, even if you don't want to transform your body, you are loved here. I am running a little group starting August 8th. If you just want to be a part of a group that is transforming something, anything, please join the group. I'm starting that August 8th for free. We're going to be transforming any area of your life and all the areas of your life if that's what you want to do. If you want to transform 10 areas of your life, we're doing it. If you only want to transform 1 or 2 areas, that's fine too. It is entirely up to you. If you're over 50 and you know what, it doesn't matter if you're over 50. If you're younger than that, great. But what I find is that if you're over 50, you have years of wisdom behind you, and you've got the been there, done that, got the t-shirt doesn't fit anymore attitude, but you kind of know that there's more to life than the physical stuff. Even though you're not that happy maybe with your physical stuff, or you are that happy with your physical stuff, you realize that the other stuff that you need to change still remains the same, or you've changed some of it, but you're not quite there. That is probably why you're watching. So I plan to transform these areas of my life, and whatever areas of your life you want to transform, please follow along and join us. We're going to start a free group August 8th. And even if you are watching this after August 8th, please go to the link anyway, because the next free group will already be listed in the exact same link. So just go there. So here's some footage of me actually getting back into the swing of what I call Body for Life, which has 3 components. So this is the physical part of one of my transformations. Body for Life is very straightforward. It has 3 components to it. The food component, which is every meal is a fist of protein and a fist of carbohydrates. Yep, 6 meals a day. Then there is 3 20-minute cardios, and then 3 40 to 45-minute weight training workouts. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. And historically, when I look back, I bodybuilt for 28 years and I was on diet since the age of, When I look back, the thing that worked the best, that I could stick to the best and my body responded the best to, was Body for Life. Someone put Body for Life up free on the internet. I didn't, it wasn't me. You do not have to do this version to change your body if that's what you're wanting to do. But if you do want to do it and you want something that I know has worked for me, I'm an endomorph. If you're an endomorph too, that means you carry a lot of body fat and it doesn't want to let it go. Yep. Well, Body for Life is what worked for me. So, and that's what I've resumed again after all of these years of being off the wagon, not being able to train and just eating whatever I want. I can't say that I've been all that satisfied with my body, which is why the before photos are here. And I'm going to give myself, I know that everyone talks about a 30-day transformation. I've done the 12-week transformations that many times over. This for me is, I'm going to give myself 9 months, but it's a lifetime thing. This is not a flash in the pan, I'm just transforming. This is a lifetime thing, but the physical is only one aspect. I have so many other areas that I have previously listed, so many other areas. I want to transform my work-life balance. I want to feel fully satisfied in my work. I want to maintain the same income that I am now as a high school principal, but within those parameters. I want to work so much less. 55, 60-hour weeks. I don't want to do that anymore. I've been doing that for years and years, despite my best efforts trying not to. I still have. But I realized yesterday, I feel guided to create a transformation toolkit that I use and to put free here for you. If you want to transform something, you have to change something, right? So I created a template, which is just basically looking at your life in your context and the struggles that you have in whatever it is that you want to transform. And I came up with a base template. And I'm going to go through it now and follow me. I'll put it up on the screen as I talk. So just follow along. So for me, I wanted to start off with what will likely get in the way of me eating the right foods. Well, I know not shopping and not cooking and not being prepared with meals will be part of the problem. How can I get around that? So I have to start planning now. How can I get around that? Well, I can plan the meals the day before. What's going to get in the way of that? Well, being too busy at work. And how can I get around that? Well, I can set up 2 sessions where I meal prep during the week. I'm one of those really lucky people who have a husband who is a chef and he does all the cooking. I know, please don't stab me or hate me. And then what's likely to get in the way of eating the right foods? Well, for me, it'll be wanting to overeat and not wanting to feel the emotions that are coming up for me. And what can I do about it? Well, I can create a plan to dive into the emotions. Recently, I've been given a method where you can dive into the emotions to process the emotions, because what your spirit team is trying to tell you is in fact on the other side of you diving into those emotions. The emotions are there. You've got to dive in through your body as to where those emotions are, feel the emotions fully, and then on the other side of that is what they are trying to tell you. And I keep avoiding it by overeating. And I find that really hard not to just overeat. If you're the same, please leave a comment. So in order to face things, I have to dive fully into the emotions. I've also developed an emotion chart which shows all the negative emotions, all the positive ones. You score each out of 10, and the positive emotions that are the lowest, then you start to address whatever you need. Or the negative emotions that are the highest, you start to address what you need. If that interests you, go to this video here and there's a free link to get that emotion chart if that is going to help you at all. And that's the other thing I've got listed, is that when I'm feeling the emotions and I'd prefer to overeat, I can also do the emotion chart. What will get in the way of cardio? Well, not wanting to get out of bed, going to bed too late, being tired. I have to cardio and exercise in the morning. I have to. Because at the end of the day, I don't do it. Do you? Maybe you're really organised and you can exercise in the afternoon, in the evening, maybe after work. It's not my thing. I've got to get up and get it done first thing in the morning, and then it's not hanging over my head all day. So I've had to arrange a bunch of strategies around what the challenges are. So not waking up and not getting out of bed. And what causes that? Being tired, not going to bed early enough. How could I get around that? I have to be in bed by 9 p.m. and wake up and get up within 5 minutes if I make that rule for myself. What will get in the way of it? Sitting up and watching telly and just hanging out and not going to bed. And how can I get around that is have a deadline to get to bed by 8:45 and read a book. So that is, and not sitting down and watching TV after dinner, because I know I tend to stay there. So the other thing is I'm not allowed to procrastinate for more than 5 minutes. When I get up in the morning, I'm not allowed to talk myself out of whatever exercise. No, I can do it later. I'm not allowed to do any of that. 5 minutes I allow myself to lie in bed and procrastinate, but no longer. I have to get it done. And if I slip up and for some reason I don't exercise in the morning, well then I either have to do it straight after work, or my absolute latest deadline is 8:20 p.m. The other sabotage pattern that I have is that I just go, oh no, but I really want to just go walking today. Well, fine, I can allow myself to go walking, but I have to have done the cardio pattern first. The templates that I've got free for you are below, and they're just where you set yourself up for success, because you plan around what are the things that will get in the way, how can you overcome that, what's going to get in the way of that, how can you overcome that, and that's that granular planning. And what I find is that when they're talking about changing habits, no one ever actually, they say you've got to go granular, you've got to go deep, you've got to plan it out, but no one ever tells you what to do or how to do it. That's what this template is for, the template. And so yes, there's a food and exercise one, but there's also just a plain old blank one. You can print as many as you want for whatever you know gets in the way of you actually taking steps towards whatever it is that you want to transform. And I'll be adding more and more templates of whatever I get downloads of in order to help you with your transformation for free. So then I thought it would be a good idea to have a summary page that puts all the solutions on the one sheet, like planning around for all of the things that will get in my road, what I can do about it. One of the things that I used to do when I lived in a freezing cold town, Glen Innes, was I'd be getting up at 5 a.m. and wanting to go out for a 1 hour walk, which I would do, but I couldn't get out of, it was so cold, like minus 10 degrees. I couldn't get out of bed to walk, but I could get out of bed for a shower. So I'd get out of bed, have a warm shower, get my gear on and go walking. Here's my question to you. What is it that you want to transform? Tell me on the screen, talk to the screen now. What do you want to transform? Your career? Income? Friendships? Family? Putting yourself first? Having more time for you? Leveling up? Your look? Your style? Your presence? Your persona? Trying to do things that make you happy? What is it? What do you want to transform in your life? Do you want to start the thing you keep putting off? Do you want to stop the things you keep doing that don't serve you? Do you want to move? What do you want? Tell the screen. Now that you're starting to tell the screen, write it in the comments. What do you want to transform? And be clear on what it is that you might not be clear on what you want, but what it is that you want to transform. You can just say body, money, friendships, love life. Just write down what it is that you want to transform. You are not painting a picture yet necessarily. You've got it probably in your head of what you want it to look like, but just write it down. What is it that you want to transform? I am going to always, at the end of this, put in a particular download that I get from Spirit about your situation now and what it is that you might be needing to hear, or the guidance that they need to give you, or a method. I don't know, whatever comes up, we are going to see. They say you have been guided here because it's time to start moving. They're actually saying congratulations, you have started moving, but this is to encourage your continued growth and movement. They're saying it's really necessary. They have more planned to give you, but you have to be a match to it. And your active transformation will enable the match to what it is that they would like to provide you that you keep asking for. They're guiding you here to slow down, take a pause, and listen to the inner guidance. Okay, whether you need this, I don't know, but here is a method for inner guidance if you didn't know. So a method for inner guidance is literally do this right now. Close your eyes. You've got a question in your head, right? There's should I do this? Should I do that? Right? So close your eyes right now. Deep breath in. Heavy sigh out. And then ask your question. And then pay attention if you're being pulled forward or whether you're being pushed back. Forward's a yes, back is a no. If that method didn't work for you, try this. We're going to take a heavy sigh. I'm going to go, just like we've run away from a tiger and we're safe now. And that resonant feeling that you have here after you've done your heavy sigh out, that is the feeling that you pay attention to, the physical feeling in your body. Keep your eyes open if you like. You can shut them, but we're not going into our heads. We're paying attention to our body, that feeling after your heavy sigh. Now, you're going to ask your question. So your question might be, should I stay in the job that I'm currently in? And then you're going to pay attention to that feeling, the physical feeling here. If you feel it expand and get bigger, that's a yes. If you feel physically that it's contracting and getting smaller, well, that's a no. If you find that it's just staying stationary, usually that means they're not going to answer that, or you have to ask a different type of question. So do it right now. We're going to do it together. So ask you one question verbally out loud. Say it out loud. Talk to the screen. And if you can't talk to the screen, just whisper it. Okay? You're asking your spirit team the question. Go, close your eyes. Or open. Are you feeling expansion and getting a yes? Or are you feeling contraction and getting a no? What is it that you feel? That is how you get inner guidance to know whether you're on the right track. You can even ask that about whether you should be part of this transformation group. Ask it. And if you get a yes, well then go straight to it. Don't deny yourself, just go straight to it. We're going to do it free starting August 8th, as I said, but it doesn't matter when you're watching this, that link will still work for when the free group starts, where we're just going to motivate each other to transform whatever areas you want to transform. That is it. Now, usually I ask here, and by the way, I'll never ask you to like or subscribe on this channel, and I will only ever share things that I feel are actually going to help you and that I have downloaded from Spirit in order to help me and you. So that is, remember, the free planning tool is below. I always ask, is there anything else that you might need to know? And I'm going to see what we get. They're saying there's an energy block. And you know the block, the energy block. They're saying you've been jumping over the block or trying to keep jumping over the block, when really it's like a wall in your house that you can keep walking around the wall in your house or you can remove the wall. They're saying it's time to address the block, like smash the block to pieces. Do whatever you feel is the right thing to do in order to get rid of that block. Is that it? Remove the block is what they're saying. So if you'd like to be part of a group where we all are transforming together, please join us. We're starting August 8th. I'll see you there.